Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mallbrats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Spout Lore is made possible by contributions from our listeners. If you'd like to support us, go to patreon.com/spoutlore.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home. He loves to sing and fight. Thing is half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Playing Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Hello, everybody.
And playing Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello, everybody.
I quit the podcast.
That podcast is over.
When last we left our heroes, they had been suddenly found in the presence of Finn and Fen, noble mother and son, and rivals of Billy specifically and exclusively.
Rivals of Billy, and I think Nathaniel's house probably as well.
In general, yeah, absolutely. Finn is Billy's rival for sure, and not even rival, but like has been bullied by Billy.
Whoa, like you act like I started it.
No, of course you did not. No, but you did end it.
Yeah, I think Finn's crime was throwing a pine cone at you and having a stupid haircut.
Yeah.
And having more food than you had at the time.
100%, and gloating about it too.
That's pretty bad. You know what? He deserved it. That's true.
Does.
But he's slowly not deserving it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Every act that we go further into it.
Hard disagree right now.
Okay.
Hard disagree. Jessica's just built a dice tower that's 20 tall right now.
Through some kitchen restaurant Spout Lore shenanigans, the party escaped via a combination of disguise and Ving attempting to engage with his newfound passion of the service industry.
I thought my mother was a server. I thought I was a server too.
After jumping out of a plate glass window, Tuck led the party to the 3rd floor of the Doubletree Hotel, where they regained their equipment and spoke with Wendy and Lysander, rangers of Nathaniel's Talon, to discuss the plan in rooting out and curing the corruption in the Heart Tree at the center of the wood.
We told them that it was the Gibbous Man that was doing it.
Yes, and Lysander made clear that he was aware of the Gibbous Man. Ving communed with the spirits to receive a vision of a gardener in the Cloister who is unhappy with the way things have been going in the Church of the Wood. And then the party split up to do a Storm and Norman style stakeout of the cloister, in which Billy met a young ragamuffin named Biff and tracked down the gardener from Ving's vision before entering the ferry and following from his spiritual ferry
Oh shit!
style. So Billy's still in the ferry.
You're still in the fairy zones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, we saw Tacoma Dome, who climbed the wall of the cloister without consulting anybody. It was just like, I'm getting in there.
I was so embarrassed. I had to climb something.
You gotta use arm when arm present.
It's like when you're at a barbecue and a kid gets reprimanded by their parents and then climbs a tree and refuses to come down.
Oh my God, yes.
And at the top of this wall,
It takes a Playboy up there and starts ripping pieces off and throwing it down at everyone at the
it goes,
barbecue.
ooh, I know what this is, and throws it down at people. Tuck saw the bulk of the body of the heart tree for the first time in a clearer respect, feeling the coins in his chest pull towards the tree, learning for true that there is a demon lurking in the heart of the tree.
So sick.
Then we went to Ving, who was communing with the tree itself via forgotten roots in the alleyways of the city, learning that there's a feeling of hunger and need in the tree that was not present when he was a youth, that the piece of obsidian that Billy spotted in the heart of the tree is not a coin, but something else.
That was a huge revelation for me. Gonna be totally honest.
Yeah.
And the final question in his Discern Realities, who's really in control here, cut back to Tuck, found on the wall by Wendy, the ranger, Wendeliari,
Yeah.
who revealed that she would rather side with the bitter wind, and pushed Tuck over the edge into the armed guard area of the cloister before disappearing. And Tuck fell through the air, looking up.
So loud, so many barrels.
Clunk, 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 clunk. But from Tuck's perspective, looking up, falling towards the ground, looking up and seeing a burning tree. Before slamming into the ground, his vision going black. You spend a long time in this void. And Tuck, you're pretty sure it's Tuck.
Yeah, it's Tuck.
You're pretty sure.
Tuck.
It feels kind of familiar.
The void?
The name, right?
Tuck. I yell into the void.
It feels a little more familiar.
Tuck.
You're sure you know him.
And I yell again.
And you are suddenly, your vision is filled with liquid. Your lungs are filled with liquid. And then your eyes shoot open and you are lying on the ground underneath the boughs of a great tree.
Oh, shit.
And you hear clank, 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 clank as a bunch of men and women with weapons approach.
And Tuck doesn't know where anyone is, so he's just like, Wendy betrayed us!
Oh my God.
You know what? Roll a defy danger constitution to get that
Scream.
out.
Yeah, because it's this thing where he landed on his back, so all the wind got knocked out of him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, defy danger constitution, I got 13.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So
and then
roll a d10.
2.
You take 2 damage.
I have like 3 armor.
Yeah. So you hit really hard and all the air is forced out of your lungs. But
Yep.
as that air is forced out, you force with it the words, Wendy betrayed us,
Oh, nice.
which echo through the air.
I hear it.
Ving hears it.
Yeah.
Billy does not,
No,
because Billy is in the ferry.
I'm in the fairy zone.
Billy,
Mhm.
you are following behind these 2 gardeners, and they're walking through the cloister. You pass through the gates of the temple itself. What does the inside of this temple look like? I imagine there are structures, but I think a lot of it is dedicated to the tree.
Mm-hmm. I think the roots lift out a lot and create big arches
Ooh.
Cool.
that they've sort of like maneuvered like other plants around to like make shelters and stuff like that and make like hallways and connected rooms.
Oh, so the cloister itself is made out of the roots of the tree.
Well, the roots of the tree are basically like the frame, and then other plants they've like tended to grow into this like chapel around it.
Oh.
Oh,
Sick.
cool.
Yeah, so it's like attached.
Yeah, so like the tree is basically like the central pillar of the chapel that is dedicated to its existence.
So cool.
Fuck, that's so sick. So yeah, they go back into the hallways of the cloister. They're wandering these boughs and these vines. This is the part that Billy can still kind of see, is this like the life in the trees and the plants.
Yeah, I can see like the almost like the lattice work of life, like light, in little rivers.
Cool.
The two murky outlines of the people that you're following turn to each other. They nod. They go their separate ways. Are you planning to just continue to follow Elman until something presents itself? Or now that you're like in the cloister, you're kind of free to move about?
I mean, I kind of want to stick to him because that's the familiar face, but I want to pay attention to like any, I don't know, like any roots I can see.
Yeah, totally.
Not like tree roots, sorry, like roots inside.
Okay, great. So yeah, you're following under these like archways of verdant plant life. He goes to what, if Billy was not in the ferry, he would recognize as his room. And you, through the life, the like excitement and chaos of life, you see that he is troubled. And he opens a little like chest that he has. He pops it open and he pulls out like a potted sapling of some kind, like a shoot.
Whoa.
And he pulls it out and puts it back down and looks around very furtively and kind of hustles past you in the ferry, passing right through you unknowingly, of course, and closes the door and seals it, and then comes back to his sapling and pulls it out and begins to water it very delicately and like prune off this little leaf and this little leaf. And it looks like in the ferry, it looks like a young, imperfect copy of the tree outside.
Cutting.
Yeah. What do you do?
I mean, I can't really do anything. I can't touch it. Are there any runes on it?
I think they naturally have runes on them, don't they?
I think it's a property of the tree. They all have runes.
So maybe this one has like...
Because this is the first one, so it could be so old that they've all been gnarled and grown over too.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so I think...
And then runes are on the new sapling.
Yes, this tree is so old and has been like through so much that the runes are obscured. But this one, he's growing and you can see small, delicate runes on the young bark.
Can I read it?
Yes. Let's roll something to determine this. Spout Lore, probably?
So I got an 8.
Okay. So interesting, but not useful. I think this tree is so young that it's not talking about like the runes in its bark aren't about like specific pieces of knowledge, but it's about like the basis of the knowledge tree's structure. And I think because there's only a few runes on this tiny little tree, like I should say, the trunk it's basically a bonsai tree right now. The runes that Billy can see say something along the lines of nature's law unchanging.
Nature's law.
You know what? I see that, but then I also see like past, like further down is that like black spot.
Oh, in the like through the walls you can see like the black spot in the tree. Okay.
I want to try to get there.
Okay, so I will say that this is the hold.
Okay.
Well, because we already know that like as Billy tried to exit his body and enter the ferry, he felt a resistance already. Yeah. And the closer you get to the heart of the tree, the actual trunk itself, you feel that resistance again. The trunk, as we said, is the size of it's like fucking a big house, however far wide that is.
Like, is it like the Home Alone house?
Yeah. It's the size of the Home Alone house.
How big would we say the diameter of that house is?
100 feet.
Yeah, 100 feet. 100 feet across.
Yeah, so it's about 100 feet across. Okay. It is a big ass tree, but it is gnarled and twisted. You can see there are like gaps in the bark, gaps in the trunk. And you're really forcing yourself forward because that inky, sludgy feeling is starting to assail your fairy form.
Oh, it's creeping up your body.
Yeah.
Ew.
And you're spending your hold. So you really focus your fairy energy.
I am Billy. I want out of this goo.
Which is the thing which is the thing Billy has said a lot. I want out of this goo.
Cut to all the other times he said, I want out of this goo.
To bath time. Get me out of this goo.
Get me out of this goo. It's just soapy water.
Yeah, anytime he has soap. Anytime there's soap.
The time he fell in a vat at a maple syrup festival.
Yes.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah. That was a real fuck up on our part as parents, taking him to a maple syrup festival.
That one is him chanting, "Get me back in that goo" as we're pulling him out.
No! Let me back in the goo.
So you spend your fairy hold, which I envision as you like like really powering up your fairy body.
I'm just flinging it off of me like, get me out of this goo.
Yeah.
Do not play.
And
I am Billy.
And you drive yourself towards the inky corruption at the heart of the tree, and you see just for like a second before you get pulled back into your physical body, another body, curled, wounded, in pain, like seemingly catatonic. And then you're back in your body. And you suddenly wake next to Biff. Oh, you weren't out that long. That's a quick nap.
Oh, I'm just all about power naps and efficiency.
I still get the coins though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for looking after me.
Hey, happy to. Do you need that sign?
I don't think so.
Okay, great. And he starts trying to spin both of them on his fingers.
I'll see you later, Biff.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Dang it.
And Billy goes running off trying to look for Ving and Tuck.
Yeah, Ving.
I heard the call and chimed into the ring.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I heard Tuck yell, so I want to somehow get in range because what is our limits and what is our parameters on these rings?
So the limit, that is a limit we hit last episode, was Billy tried to contact you on the rings and it didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the way that we have figured like it allows you all to communicate with animals.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to like share visions and dreams when that comes up, but it's not like, they're not like two-way radios.
We can't talk to each other through our heads.
I heard you yell and I'm running over to it and running along the top of the wall.
Yeah.
Light as a feather.
Sounds like light as a feather.
Stiff as a board.
So you got to roll that.
8.
So on a 7 to 9, I believe you leave something behind.
Something goes wrong.
Something goes wrong.
GM tells you what?
I think it is just like Billy starts running along the wall, like outside.
Oh.
Trying to go back to like, oh, where are Tuck and Ving? I have to find them.
Uh-huh.
And you see Ving like running along the rooftops of the buildings and leaping onto the wall into the cloister.
Okay, better go after him then.
Yeah, so now Billy is on the outside of the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tuck, you are on your back. Are you just like unable to get up?
No, I could get up. I only took 2 points of damage.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Which means 0 points of damage.
Which means 0 points of damage. But I heard clanks.
Yeah, there's like guards running towards your location.
All right, I go into fight mode.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a cadre of guards approaching you. Let's say 4.
What's around me?
So you're kind of in between the two walls. One new, one very, very old.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just like usual military guard posts, like barrels, crates. Yeah, it's just like sundry crap. So the wall is to the side. Any gate that you would have into the inner temple is too far away.
Mm-hmm.
And the gate into the inner wall is like quite a distance from you as well.
Okay, sounds good. So the guards are coming at me?
Yeah.
All right, I pick up 2 barrels, one in each hand, and I whip both of them at the group of guards that are coming at me, and then I sprint at them immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
This will do it. This is a volley because you're throwing barrels at people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
let's
guess.
call it a volley. So it's 2d6 plus dexterity.
Okay. 5.
So you are like, all right, here we go. My patented barrel throw move.
Oh, like
And-
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you try and throw both barrels at the same time, and you just smash 2 barrels right in front of you.
Okay, then I do a war cry to freak them out.
Yeah, go ahead.
8. My enemies feel fear and act accordingly.
Okay, so you smash these 2 barrels in front of you and just like scream at them.
Yeah.
And
I scream in anger because the barrel thing was so cool in my head.
yeah.
But it just looked like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just screamed the word fuck.
And as we have determined, screaming fuck at a bunch of elves actually really freaks them out. So the 4 guards
They
in
don't
front,
swear.
yeah, no, they do not flee, but they like stop and they start to spread out.
Yeah.
And they're freaked out. You can see their hands are like shaking, holding their spears.
Sick.
So the failure from your previous move is you realize as you're screaming at them and they're backing up, they seem extra scared. You're used to people being afraid of you, but you realize it's because you're now glowing The barrels that you smashed were full of lamplighter oil.
Oh.
And you are now covered in this brilliant bioluminescent
so sick
substance.
So sick.
Oh, no.
Not sick if you're trying to not be noticed, but if you're trying to be scary, pretty sick.
But Tuck realizes how fucking badass he looks, and he strikes a pose with TLC.
Your muscles are like oiled up with glowing liquid.
Oh my God.
I look like a bodybuilder, so it looks extra fucked up, I guess is what that means.
Right, you were still wearing your Steed bonnet outfit. Has that been destroyed in any way?
Yeah, I think when I hit the ground, because it was too tight, it shredded immediately.
Yeah. So it's basically shredded on the back, but you do that cool fighter thing where you just grab the front and rip the rest of it off.
Yeah.
Sick. Which means just your arms are covered in oil.
Yeah.
Ving, you like land skidding to a halt.
There he is.
Yeah, you see him right away screaming at a group of people. And Billy, you hear the word fuck. And you're like, Tuck is in there.
So I try to climb faster, which is pretty slow still.
Okay. We'll just come back to Billy. I'm not going to make you roll for climbing.
No,
You're
I
good
want
at
to roll for climbing fast.
2d6 plus dexterity.
Sweet.
Shit.
Fuck yeah, 12.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
my God.
What I did was I unraveled some of my ladder outfit and it caught onto like a branch. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dun, 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 dun.
So you're all kind of arriving at the same time. Like Tuck is screaming, covered in glowing oil. Ving hits the top of the wall, alighting like a professional, as Billy tumbles over the top, pulling up his yarn scarf behind him. And you see
tumbling down.
Yeah, I didn't get the yarn scarf unraveled in time. So I'm gonna have to run away without it.
It's too bad.
I rip off what I can.
Okay. Yeah, totally. So you leave a good length of your massive yarn scarf behind, and you look over and you see, I don't know, 100 feet down the wall. Oh, there's Ving. Oh, there's Tuck.
Yay!
Hooray!
Yay! We're all together again.
And then you see Tuck like throw someone into a pile of boxes, and you're like, oh, we're fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ving, you
I'm
see
going to
Tuck.
fight with honor.
Okay.
As he jumps up, he sees him glowing and does some flips in the air, and I'll roll fight with honor.
All right.
8.
8. Okay, so you get 2 chi points. And so Tuck, you're screaming, this is like as barbarian as Tuck gets. It's just a group of adversaries afraid to approach you, and you're just bellowing at them.
As he's bellowing.
That's really scary to think about, actually. Just a 7-foot tall man screaming at you with an axe in his hands.
Yeah.
Ving wanted to like do flips over behind Tuck, land right behind him, and slap down on his traps as hard as he can, splashing
So cool.
glowing oil all in their faces.
Oh, yeah. That's
Just
pretty
like-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
8 again.
Okay. You are now also covered in lamplighter oil, but you do manage to slap a bunch off with like maybe a little puff of wind from your elementalist abilities. And they are kind of like squinting a little bit because it's kind of glowing too bright in their faces. And as Ving arrives, Tuck, you see pattering along the top of the wall towards you, Billy.
I'm coming.
So how does Billy enter this conflict?
He jumps in, jumps off the roof.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And I've got my like scarf outfit unraveled, like almost like a net. And I'm gonna jump on the guards, try to tangle them up.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
We'll call this Defy Danger Dexterity as well.
Okay.
8. Okay, so here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
You can wrap all 4 of them up, but you are also wrapped up with them, or you can get 2 and still be able to move.
I'll get 2.
So you land on 2 of them and they get all wound up, and you release and I guess join Tuck and Ving on their side.
I'm just in my bloomers.
Just in his bloomies.
Ving goes to high five Billy and then accidentally covers him in lamp. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, all 3 of you are covered in lamplighter
No,
gear.
it's okay because then I just put it on my face.
Yeah.
On my tummy.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where that is the current state. 2 elves trying to extricate themselves from a wool blanket that was suddenly wrapped around their heads, and 2 more preparing to charge. Tuck, what do you do?
How many are there total?
There are 4, but you would assume that more are coming.
Okay. Tuck just wants to like step forward and kick one of them in the chest so hard.
Yeah, hack and slash.
Yep. 10.
10. Deal your damage.
Here we go. 8.
So you kick one of them right in the chest, and they fly backwards through the air into a crate, and they clang, are knocked out.
Sick.
But you have come quite close to the other one that is not wrapped up,
Good.
who begins to make a strike towards you.
I take it because I want him to get close.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that is unbowed, unbent, unbroken.
Oh, right. When you prepare yourself to endure some hardship without fighting back, roll plus Constitution. On a hit, you can either take half the damage or you can completely ignore one other ill effect.
Yeah.
Okay. 8.
8. Okay, yeah. So roll a d8 if you want to take damage.
Okay. 6.
So you can either take 6 damage or you can half it.
I'll take 6 damage because I already have 3 armor.
Okay, so what is the other ill effect that you would like to ignore?
What weapons do they have?
They all have spears.
Okay, he jabs me with the spear and it goes through my side to the other.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
to the other side. And I'm like, good hit. And then I grab him by his shirt and then slam him into the door where other people would come from. Yeah.
Yeah, the door
So-
that leads into the guard structure of the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So that his body becomes a doorstop, basically.
Yeah. Immediately as his body hits the door, you can hear like people slamming on the other side trying to open it. The door's rattling in its hinges.
And he's like, stop it. Ow, stop.
Oh, you just hit me. Ving, what do you do? There is one guard with the spear that is not wrapped up in Billy's scarf.
Yeah, I can cross the distance between myself and a foe
You absolutely can.
and then deal my damage within reach.
Perfect. Yeah, so you duck under his spear and you get in close. How do you take him out?
I do a little splits down and it leaves us like this neon streak.
Mhm.
And then Johnny Cage style punch in the nuts.
Great. So no, you just deal your damage.
3.
3. So not quite enough to take him out, but enough that you hit him in the nuts and he stumbles backwards, gripping his nuts. I can't.
Ripping his nuts?
Gripping.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Whoa.
No, I totally ripped my nuts.
Bro, my nuts are ripped. But he stumbles backwards, going, "Oh, my nuts!" As the other 2 guards wrapped up in the wool scarf start cutting themselves free. Billy, what do you do?
I'm gonna steal the knife. Their knives.
You're just gonna steal their blades so they can't cut themselves free.
Yeah.
Let's say defy danger, dexterity.
So good. 13.
Yeah, you get their knives because their arms are kind of like caught up as well, and they can't really use their spears effectively. How does Billy get their knives away?
They don't even see it happen. They're going to take a swipe and then it's gone.
Oh,
I'm so fast. and then while they're like laying there, like, where'd my knife go? Billy went and tied their ankles and their hands together.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that sounds like another move, perhaps. Defy danger, dexterity.
9.
9.
Shit, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't do a very good knot.
Okay.
Ving swips over and does a little dance in front of them and distracts them while he can get the thing. He's
Dude,
doing
he's-
like,
And they're like,
Stop hitting yourself.
yeah,
2d6 plus bond.
11.
11. So that makes it a 10, which
Yes.
means Billy does tie up these remaining 2 guards.
Sick.
Yeah.
They are not tied up forever. This isn't Hitman. You can't just throw someone in a garbage can and have them never wake up in their lives.
Well, then I'll push them into a hiding spot.
No, she is doing the
Actually,
Hitman.
no, I'll shove them against the door too.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
We put them in the pile.
Yeah, great. So, Nuts Guy, he's still here. And he's like going hero mode in his head. He like picks himself up with this spear and he spits on the ground and he goes, "You think you can hit my nuts and I won't fight back?"
Tuck headbutts him in the face.
Hack and slash.
7.
Okay, roll your damage.
2.
Yeah, that was what you needed.
That was all he had left.
That was all he had left in him.
He's just spitting blood already.
Yeah. But it was a 7 to 9, so you roll your damage,
Okay.
or you roll his damage, which was a D8, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 2.
Yeah. So you headbutt him, and he clangs to the ground, but you do hurt your nose on his helmet.
I have 3 armor still.
So you just go, ow. But his heroic moment has been cut short. The door is starting to like they're not rattling it anymore. They're like heaving against it. So you can see the bodies are starting to move. So
I
what
want
do
to
you
go
do?
take the spear and put it through the door, like all the spears together.
Excellent. 2d6 plus strength.
Okay. 6.
Oh, I'll help you.
Oh,
Pass-
shit.
Pass me. I put one in and they like break it. Pass me the other spears.
Yeah, and pass it to you.
2d6
as
plus
fast as I
bond.
can. A 6.
Shit.
Fuck. It's not. I'm never fast enough.
I'll aid Billy.
is
I'll help
perfect.
Billy.
This is perfect.
I see Billy struggling with
I'm sorry,
a
I could
huge
never-
spear.
I'm sorry, I could never do it myself.
No, Billy, this is really big for you.
Can you hand me the spear already?
I got 10.
All right, so that
Thanks,
makes that
everybody.
a 7, and that makes that a 7.
Nice.
So this is, again, it's not going to hold him forever, but it's going to hold him for now.
Okay.
Tuck throws him, just holds the door shut.
Yeah.
Ving puts the spears in. I'm imagining Billy has like little knives or caltrops that he's like stabbing into the bottoms of the door.
Yeah, I'm stabbing it so that it's like angled, so it's like stuck into like the frame.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Nice.
Great. So the door is sealed for the moment. You do have a second to think.
Discern realities about the area.
Yeah.
Right?
do it.
Because
2d6.
where are we? I have no idea about the layout of this.
2d6 plus wisdom.
9.
Oh, can I aid by describing what I saw when I was in the
Yeah.
Oh,
field?
yeah, absolutely.
9.
Perfect.
Sick.
You get 3 questions.
And Tuck also gives you guys a heads up. He's like, Wendy fucking betrayed us. She found me on the top of the wall and she pushed me off.
Are you kidding me?
She called the guards.
Wendy.
Your girlfriend sucks, dude.
Not my girlfriend.
We told her all our secrets.
We're just friends with benefits. That's how you guys find out that they've been fucking
You guys have been fucking this whole
on
time.
the sly.
You guys have been fucking this whole case.
Wait, I
2 missed high fives.
Buddy,
It's a real
no.
whiff of a high five.
You're both whiffed our
You both leave each other hanging somehow.
Yes, that's awful.
Just thinking about Wendy.
Oh, God, dude. You pick terrible women.
That's
He
not
picks-
my fault.
You feel the spirit of everyone that's ever known the two of you going, he picks terrible women?
The calendar flips to January where they're all on there. He does. What should we be on the lookout for?
I mean, I think the easy answer is a way into like the garden without going anywhere near anyone else that works here.
Yeah.
What here is not what it appears to be, I guess. Is
Mm-hmm. What here is not what it appears to be.
Mhm.
The wall is not. Maybe it's even like classic D&D.
What?
Like Ving, like your perceptions. Like you're looking at the wall. You're like, this is an ancient wall. This wall has been here since elves have been here. And you're like, a secret door.
Oh.
You know,
Hell
like one of
yeah.
those, like an old ancient door. Yeah.
Through the wall into the garden.
But you see like the way, okay, so until Jessica mentioned it as like the roots of the tree being used as like the infrastructure points
Mm-hmm.
for the thing, I was imagining a stone wall, but is the wall wood? Like, is it a grown wooden wall around the garden?
Oh, that would be cool if
Pretty cool.
it was actually part of the roots that they coaxed up and out to
Yeah.
like shield it.
To protect it. Oh, maybe this was like the first shelter
The
of
first
the
wall.
elves.
Oh,
Like this was
yeah.
where the elves
Hmm.
originated.
It's like the incubation for the civilization.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you find a little gap that has not a mechanism, but you see sort of in the way it grows, you're like, this is meant for something. This isn't just an idle part of this plant.
Mm-hmm.
And you approach and
It's like younger, lighter colored. So it's like growing and regrowing.
Mhm. And you're able to move aside a section of the wood. It just kind of like bends, but moves. And there's a gap through the wall on the other side. Plant life. Quiet. Silence.
Tuck wedges it open and he holds it open for everyone to go in.
And you all sneak through. And you are within. The door closes behind you. Tuck, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze.
Yeah.
I like thinking it kind of moves on its own, like seals back up.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the roots
regrows.
move back in place. Yeah.
Cool. Do you still have one more question?
I sure do.
Oh, you do.
Nice.
You do. So now you're inside the garden.
What's about to happen?
What is about to happen? I think what you do hear like a voice
Inside?
inside the garden that just says, "What are you doing here?"
We have come to help the blight.
What does he look like? Or they? Or
It-
she?
It is he, and it is Elman. In his green robes, quite young for an elf, younger than Ving probably. Pretty elfy looking,
Mhm.
long straight blonde hair,
Mm-hmm.
green robes, pale, sharp ears.
Elman?
What? How did you know that?
I followed you and the old lady when you came back in. Sorry, I just needed to know how to get in here because we have some stuff to do.
You shouldn't be here. No one can be here.
That's okay. We're not like everyone else.
And Elman like squints.
Swipes off the neon.
The Spirit Walker. That would mean Tacoma, the Tear Bringer, and Fat Billy.
Yes.
The fat one.
That's me.
I've heard of your exploits. You've come here to help the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are in service of the tree.
It's really fucked up, dude.
I've guessed. I've only guessed. And he's like, you see that he's been holding something, like kind of hiding, like turning away from you a little bit. And he starts to turns back towards you and he pulls his hand down.
Is it the tree?
It's the tree. It's the sapling.
Did you take a cutting?
I did, from the healthiest part of the tree. I've been worried that something's been wrong. And I thought that this was the only way to save the knowledge within.
It's to start again.
There's something wrong in the tree. And I saw it. There's someone in there.
What did you see?
It was a dark figure.
Yeah, I could tell that there was like a demon in there, like an icon.
Ving tells him about the hunger that he felt for the tree. It's insatiable.
That explains so much, says Elman, gripping his little sapling tight. The forest has been wanting, it's been twisted, been sickened. I didn't know what from, but it must be the tree. The tree is at the heart of the forest, and everything lived in harmony, but if the tree needs or wants more, it would take from everywhere else.
Oh,
The
shit.
hunger is pulling from everywhere else.
Oh.
It's killing the whole forest because the tree was providing for the whole forest. But now, because
It's drawing from the whole
it's
forest.
pulling everything from the whole forest. We got to figure out what the fuck's inside of that thing.
Oh, we got
Swearing so much.
He's had a hard day.
We need to also lay low. We need to get away from the guards.
Yes, absolutely. The cloister, the temple, the city is in absolute panic.
What's been going on out there?
Well, there was some sort of kerfuffle, I suppose, at the DoubleTree Inn that has put the guards on alert. There was some sort of fight in the fortress. They're not sure if it's connected, but someone in the DoubleTree, some sort of waiter, is thought to have, I don't know, attacked or kidnapped a wealthy family that they were waiting on.
Whoa, that seems like not what we would have done.
I can't promise that if you were to attempt to heal the tree now, that you would be able to do so unassailed.
How much can you keep secret from the guards of the garden?
I have kept, and he hugs his plant tightly. I've kept much secret.
Okay, you need to keep us as secret as your sapling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can do this. What do you need?
Shower.
Robes? Something to wipe this stuff off?
Oh, yeah. You guys are thinking we like stay inside and then
wait for things to cool down a little bit?
Yeah.
and then sneak back into the garden
Yeah.
and like investigate the tree.
We're nuns on the run.
Nuns on the run.
Yeah.
I think he
Exactly.
says, I have, and he looks a little bashful. He's like, I have secret ways in and out of my quarters. So I could get you inside, hide you, find you disguises, and keep you secret.
Is there anyone you trust?
The first gardener, Malgath. She's kind, she's wise. She holds to the old ways. She can be trusted.
Okay.
Does Billy not believe him?
I don't fully believe him.
Mm.
Well, it's not that I don't believe him. I just don't know if I trust anyone else.
I can keep it to myself.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, come with me. And he like takes you through a bunch of like, oh my God, beautiful plants, rare plants, vital plants. But of course, what's this? Actually, what is one plant that Ving sees that he runs by that he's like, what the fuck? No way.
It's a autumn paper lily.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they've been extinct for generations.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And they have a very, very potent toxin that
Ooh.
elves used to tip their war arrows with.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's
Cool.
very cool. Okay, so good to remember. Autumn paper lily, very potent poison available in this garden.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Elman rushes you through the garden.
As we're walking through, Tuck's like, "What's this one?" And it's just like an apple tree. Whoa. Bet you this is some kind of like rare fruit.
Not having grown up with apples, he's like, "What?
Never seen this fucking thing before."
And he takes you through the cloister into the temple itself. You flit through service hallways and servant entrances into his little quarters, which is quite cramped with the four of you in here. And he hides you in here and he goes, I'll be right back. And he runs off and comes back with an armful of linens. I had to concoct quite the tale for why I needed so many extra robes.
What'd you tell them?
I told them that I had spilled on my other ones.
Whoa, crazy.
That's a crazy lie, dude.
I am not one for spinning falsehoods, but I feel I was quite effective. And he hands out the robes.
Thank you.
Such a fucking
I
nerd.
love plant
I really
nerds.
like him.
And yeah, you all get little robes and they fit.
Little robes?
How do
Uh-oh.
they? Do you have other short gardeners here?
Oh no, the robes themselves. And it's basically as you're putting them on, you're like, oh shit, this fits perfectly. And he's like, it's the robes. They're made of vestment vines.
Oh.
They grow to the wearer.
What?
Cool.
It's quite
Wow.
ingenious.
So comfortable, so soft.
They
I've
fit.
never worn one of these.
They fit perfectly. They regulate temperature using sort of a symbiotic property. And they're grown right here in
I
the
heard
garden.
that you can even pee into them and they clean your pee into drinking water, Ving says.
Tuck immediately pisses.
You know how hard it is to piss your pants deliberately? Tuck is an expert.
Wow.
It's actually so easy.
Ving looks at him and goes, that's desert power.
Tuck doesn't tell you that he's doing it, but he's like staring into the middle distance, and then he just shakes for a second. He does one of those like shoulder shivers, and he's like, I don't believe it.
And
And I'm eye level, so I see the like darken.
yeah. And it's awkward, kind of, because after a few moments, the leaves begin to dew.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
covered in like a clear, like crystal clear dew.
Ving
Okay.
goes up and sucks one of the balls back. It's just water.
It's quite astonishing, isn't it?
Amazing.
It makes those nighttime drinks quite easy to achieve. You don't have to get out of bed quite so often. But we must be quiet now.
Oh yeah, we should whisper.
Yes. I must say I'm quite thrilled to meet the three of you. I've been hearing of your stories. As you might understand, travelers in and out of the forest have not been very common lately, but I have been most attentive to news of the outside world, and your exploits are quite thrilling.
What are people saying about us? Because we don't really get that much insight into that.
Stories of you traveling in the companionship of a dragon. Stories of you facing down an army in a desert village headed up by some sort of dark warrior. Traveling across the Sea of Graves to and fro. It's quite amazing.
I guess when you put it that way, it sounds like pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess we have done some pretty cool things.
There is an upper limit on how much urine the plants can absorb before they need recuperation. So I
like
would,
an overwatered tomato. It's starting
Yeah.
to split down the middle.
yes, I would pace yourself.
How do you still have water in your body?
It was a very short period of time between the two times he pissed.
Yeah.
All he's had for 4 days is chicken. I don't know where he's getting all this liquid from.
It's
Jessica, laugh into the mic.
just hearing. So I believe that the best way is for me to see how things are progressing in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anyone nearby that might wish to do you harm?
Yes.
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 all of them.
Ranger Corps.
Who?
The Ranger Corps.
The Ranger Corps.
Specifically, Nathaniel's Rangers.
We were betrayed by Wendy specifically.
Yeah, so we don't know that all the Rangers.
Yeah, but we can't trust them now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she said that there was somebody on the inside. They were working on it.
Right.
Do you have any inkling as to whom she might have spoke?
No, we took in a We took in a newer grouping of initiates just last week, but
Do any of them look like this? And Veen takes a stick and draws in the sand a picture of Nesh, the young man.
but this is Aelmar.
Aelmar.
Aelmar is lying to you. His real name is Nesh, and he loves doing moves. Tuck's not good at being famous, I think.
It's really into his head.
Yeah, he's trying to sound important.
Oh, by the leaf and bough. Infiltrators in our temple.
Mm-hmm.
There's more than that infiltrating your temple. There's a big old fat piece of shit inside that tree.
We're here to suck it out.
A bad Gibbous man came into this temple one time.
And took a shit in your big shiny tree.
Put a big old hard obsidian shit inside of that tree.
That shit's grown into a man and we're here to kill him.
Yeah, we're here to take that little piece of shit out of that tree.
Flush him from your city for good.
Uh-huh. Wow. And now you've just pissed on the ground. The third,
Billy steps back
yeah,
because I was in the pee zone.
it does get soaked up by the sand that Ving dumped on the floor of Elman's room to draw in.
Tuck, why are you doing all the things that you say I can't do?
Be as I say, not as I pee. Very well. Then what will you do? These disguises, I should say, are quite fetching, and you should be able to move about the cloister unobstructed if you so choose. I mean, I can hardly recognize you.
I don't know if I believe
I
his
don't
judgment.
know. I don't know if anyone's quite as short as me. I feel like my stature gives it away.
I feel like same with me, yes.
I've been thinking about this, says Shawn, the game master.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think that especially considering the reality of Billy's play versus reality and his now, especially with Luck of the Fair Folk, the fact that him just knowing you two sort of bends luck in your favor from time to time. I think that your disguise, because we've talked about how your disguises should not work. I think that they kind of do.
I remember when we were, I think it was Tuck and Billy were dressed as like the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. Billy can also cast illusions.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do.
Oh, shit. You don't have any fairy child left, right?
Well, if we wait till morning, it's night right now.
Right.
Mhm.
So if
Yeah.
we do wait until morning, you can use your fairy illusion magic to disguise us.
Yeah.
At least tonight, Tuck probably won't wet the bed.
Yeah, that's good this time.
I don't wet the bed.
It's obvious that it's you now.
I wet the bed all the time, but my vestment vine filters it for me.
That's awesome.
It's quite amazing.
It's a really weird quirk of your order that none of you are potty trained.
Hmm?
He says drinking a droplet off his shoulder.
I think it's almost like a still suit from Dune where there's like a stem
Uh-huh.
that comes out of the sleeve that
Oh,
if you know
yeah.
how to use it, he can just sip off like
I
the
love
stem.
His own piss.
That's amazing.
God, these piss monks are at the center of Elven civilization. That's the world we just
I
created.
also like that it's just kind of cool that they always have water on them and in them. Like they're a constant supply
Yes.
of food for the plants.
Nature is about harmony.
Yeah.
I live in harmony with my vestment vine. They provide for me. I provide for them. Ah. That is one of the first things that you learn as a young gardener is techniques for peeing freely.
I pee freely. Oh my God.
This is the best sleepover I've ever been to.
Everybody gets to pee.
Everyone's just pissing their pants constantly.
Yes,
It's so much fun.
I believe that the next best course of action would be to get a little shut eye, as they say in the outside world, I believe. So I will. And he stands up to his full 5'6".
Ooh, real little guy.
I will take the first watch.
Of what?
Just in case anyone comes in, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. And he walks to the door and he locks it. Ah, there we go.
That's it? No one will come in?
I mean, I hope not. Knock. Just a moment. I'm
Peeing.
hide.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you have more furniture? Can we all fit under the bed?
You could try for sure.
All right.
All right.
So Tuck lifts the bed up.
Tuck lifts the bed up and you guys get under it.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of pull the covers a little more on the side that is facing the door so that they can't see.
And Tuck goes and stands behind the door with his axe out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, if this goes bad, I'm just going to kill who's ever on the other side of the door.
Exactly. So he like silently stands on the other side of the door.
Oh, that's so spooky to think about. A 7-foot tall man standing behind the door with an axe.
Yeah.
And click, crack. Hello, Elven. I'm sure you heard that there was quite a commotion outside. Yes, First Gardener. It was quite thrilling, I'm sure, but everything is good here. Everything's fine in here.
And Ving and I are under the bed like, fuck, he's so bad playing it cool.
Oh, God, he's going to get us fucking killed.
Can Ving take some of his piss stew and flick it on the feet of the First Gardener?
Yes. Oh, Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, smart.
Oh.
Okay.
Say 2d6 plus dexterity to get her with it.
Oh no. Plus dexterity is 2. I got 8.
Oh,
Holy shit.
so
Paul just did a jizz motion.
he did kind of like, what's that called? The Spider-Man?
No,
Or-
I was rolling
Yeah.
dice, playing craps. Got 10.
So what's the 7 to 9 here? So you whip out a little bit of your piss dew. The drops soar through the air and patter onto
Like
the
slow motion, like
Who
Yeah.
can say? Oh no. What's that elf song from Lord of the Rings?
Oh,
Let it be the evening star, the time of me. And we see we see reflected in the droplet, distended in the water, Billy and Ving underneath the bed,
faces
wide-eyed. We see behind the door Tuck towering over.
May it be the evening.
We see Elman's shaking knees as the drop passes by before they patter onto just a little bit of exposed ankle between the vestment vine and the vegan leather shoes of the First Gardener.
There was so much arrogance in your tone.
that's amazing.
and boop, and you feel that connection take hold.
Nice.
Yes. And the door closes and Elman drops to his knees and starts panting.
Pukes.
Just a little bit. I don't know how you all do this life of deceit and falsehood.
Wow, dude, you've had it pretty easy, hey?
Well, I mean, I've had quite an academic and spiritual upbringing, and I have spent many, many years in deep contemplation of my role in the wild places of the world.
Well, here's the thing, is you might be the only person in this entire forest who is capable of saving that tree. And Tuck points out the window at the heart tree.
And Elman throws up a little bit more. So we'll jump forward to the morning. You all sleep, just, I guess, on the bed. Elman lets one of you take the bed.
I'm under the bed because honestly, it's like pretty nice in here, like a little cave.
Uh-huh. Pretty good.
Tuck took the bed.
Elman's curled up in a corner.
Oh, I imagine him in the bed too. Like it's kind of a bigger bed.
Yeah.
Oh, Elman is also in the bed?
Yeah.
Just spooned by Tuck.
Yeah.
But he's in the corner of the bed and the wall.
Uh-huh.
And he wakes up. You hear an emerald forest rooster caw, waking, and it sounds like...
Sound like a screaming child over there.
And Elman wakes. Oh, his eyes flutter open with the call of the emerald forest rooster, and he takes a long, deep sip from his vestment. Good morning. Oh, I forgot. Our deceits, our quest. Oh, I had the most wonderful dream. None of this happened. But I'm ready. What do you need from me this morning?
Fairchild.
Oh yeah. Billy crawls out under the bed like a cat or something. I don't know. Like a sleepy spider.
Uh-huh.
And he lays in the sunbeam and he's like, I just need a second. And I roll 2d6.
Yeah, plus charisma.
8.
8, which I believe means 3.
Yeah, so I get 3 holds for today. Not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Not too bad.
So Ving, as Billy's lying in the sun, he slowly comes out of and he's been doing a commune of whispers all night.
Excellent.
In the place, with all the different plants, the exotic plants that he doesn't get to know, and maybe his mom knew some of them. So he's communing with her ancient knowledge of all the other trees and the sapling.
Cool.
To figure out what's different about the tree to try and make this dark figure inside of it stand out.
Yeah.
Have you ever communed with the spirit of your mom?
I don't think so. That's why I brought it up like half-assed.
Because that's the thing is like, Ileana knew what was happening here.
Mm-hmm.
She knew and she called it out, and they pushed her out for it and commanded Nathaniel to kill her.
I think that's a good, yeah. I'm going to commune with the whispers of the echoes of my mother in this place. And anywhere that she touched, if there's maybe a way that she left a message.
Yeah. Okay.
So cool.
It's pretty hardcore. I don't think we've ever used Communion of Whispers this way.
To like contact a dead person?
Yeah, because we haven't really talked about like people spirits being the same as like spirits, you know what I mean?
She's a druid, so maybe something that she imbued, right? Or something that she did while she was here that was very spirited.
Well, it's like when a tree grows, you got the rings, right?
Yeah.
And the rings record history.
Age?
Yeah.
What at a certain part of going into the middle of the tree towards that black withered being,
Mm-hmm.
I would reach
her.
a ring in there. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Roll plus wisdom. 9.
9. So still unclear, meaning murky.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah. So I think it is that you reach out into the tree, into the building, into the temple, into the land. And in communicating with the tree in this way, you're sort of reaching backwards through time, going like ring by ring into the tree, searching for something that reminds you of the woman that raised you. And you are suddenly given a vision of a time long since past. Ileana in the green vestments of a gardener, but different. Yeah, she's sipping from the stem. Nom, nom, nom.
I didn't need to see that.
But they are altered in some way, I think, to denote that she is not of this place originally. Like she is not strictly an elven gardener.
She's not wearing the green. She's wearing like an autumn colored one.
Ooh, I like that. That it's like, like the russet browns.
Mm-hmm.
And she is speaking to a handsome young elf, short, straight hair, dark black, no facial hair, striking features. And he is wearing the green gherkin of a ranger. And it takes you almost too long to be like, oh my God, that's my dad.
Whoa.
Oh.
But as like a younger man.
Hmm.
And it looks a lot like Bing.
Yes, you see yourself a lot in him. And it really drives home the idea that no matter how you were born into this world, your father is your father. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he still shaped you in a lot of ways, just as much as Ileana did. And she seems...
And we see her with elven ears maybe here.
I
Yeah.
like that. Like in this place, she's made herself like an elf.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't have the like polar bear fur mantle that she had, unless that is over top of her gardener
like
robe.
it over top.
That she has like, a mantle of fur.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely looks like a pilot's jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it looks
Nice.
fucking sick.
Looks so fucking sick. Your mom looks so sick and hot.
Sorry, what's that? So she said she was sick, and then you said something else.
There was a thing that you said after that.
Said after that something?
that I didn't like. They won't listen to me. They won't listen to me, Nathaniel. No matter what I do, they are blind to what is happening in these woods. And Nathaniel was sitting on like a bench, and he stands and he comes over to her Aragorn style, puts his hands on her shoulders from the back, and
Whoa.
Think about Lord of the Rings.
and he says, "You can make them see, Ileana. They're stuck in their ways. You can turn them, but there's no time, Nathaniel. If they don't see the error of their ways soon, they are opening themselves up to forces they do not understand. then we will make them understand. And he turns her around so he's facing her under the blooming light of the tree.
Almost like fireflies falling, like snow around
and
them.
the lamplighters begin to flit to the ground, creating this like glowing rain. But in your vision, as they fall, their light dims
Mm-hmm.
and becomes like a creeping shadow as the light fades from the tree itself and from your parents, and then all is darkness. And you hear,
Tuck is taking a huge drink. His like the whole suit is huge on him, and when he's moving around with it, like
sloshing.
you can hear it sloshing.
It's like a sumo suit at a party, at a staff party.
so awful.
So the Ouroboros has awakened.
That's just
For
terrible.
his eye, the Ouroboros, I drink my own piss, and the piss becomes me again.
The snake that drinks his own tail forever and ever.
Just the worst.
My mother saw something that she knew it was coming.
Do you tell us what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, I think we sometimes have a practice when important things happen.
Yeah. It sounds like the Elven people chose something. They opted into something.
Yeah.
Like they made a deal or something.
Mhm.
Do you think they made a deal with the gibbous man?
Yeah, probably.
That sounds about right.
Like he came and offered them something.
Or someone.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, like what if they sacrificed like a druid or a gardener, an elf or something
Oh.
as like overseer or like protector of the tree and like buried them in the tree or something.
Whoa.
I don't
Place
know.
them in there.
Place them in there.
That's so
Weird.
dark.
But like had them take like the obsidian coin.
Uh-huh. The thing that Nathaniel told us was that like the nobility wanted more control. Like, I guess we have established it that they're like Elven society has like two voices that dictate. There's the voice of the trees, the Vox Silvae, and the voice of the people. And I think the voice of the people didn't like how powerful the voice of the trees was and the influence that it had.
Yeah,
like the
they're trying to
nobility.
silence the trees.
Yeah. So maybe it was a deal along those lines.
Mhm.
I mean, we know that the Rangers were really active during the Wizard War,
Mm-hmm.
and thereby the events that led to the Exodus. So, like, the
Right.
forest was very involved in the
In the conflict.
Yeah.
in the
Exodus.
conflict and the events of the outside world in a way that they probably didn't want to be.
Uh-huh.
So maybe that prompted the accepting of some sort of deal.
Uh-huh.
Could have something to do with that.
There could be, the tree could be a tomb for a wizard.
Oh,
could be.
shit.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A wardstone tree almost.
Whoa.
And what do we know about? No, I feel like
No,
I'm trying to lead
prompt
you
it.
guys too much.
No, I want to hear
Tell
it.
us.
What do
Hear it.
we know about possession?
That it's when a person is,
Open to it?
yeah, they got to be open to it and they got to need something or want something. Like they have to be somehow aligned with the icon that's trying to gain purchase in them. And then it comes in and it like kind of takes over their like decision making, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
Also keeps them alive like forever, basically.
Yeah. It grants them powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that is what we know.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
What, you wanted
No,
us to come to the conclusion?
Not. I mean, there's some stuff I want to reveal, but
Yeah.
like, I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah, we're stupid.
No, it's all good.
Do we have all the pieces that we could figure it out now?
I think there's some things you could figure out, but not like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. We're so close to getting some reveal.
Yeah, it
I
feels like
really
we're
want it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ileana. Oh, and then he was like, we will teach them. We will show them what it is.
it's so depressing. Like the young, unjaded,
Mhm.
like version of Nathaniel.
Yeah, but he's also jading somebody else who's bent on like, avoiding the darkness. But he's like, no, we will show them the darkness.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it. That
Yeah.
she's like, they're gonna fuck it up. I don't think it's my problem. I got to get out of here. And Nathaniel being like, no, we're gonna get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Nathaniel's always been the like, I know best.
Right.
Or at least when he was younger, he is clearly. Well, even now, he's like, I don't think there should be any monarchs. There should be no leaders.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's the best course.
Well, his
he's kind of a ding dong.
is infallible to him.
It's true. Even his worldview that he is a bad person. You know what I mean? Like he is like, I am always right, even in that I am wrong sometimes. Oh man, Nathaniel's cool.
Yeah.
Cool in an interesting way.
Yeah,
Not cool in a like, what a cool dude.
He's an interesting character.
I think so.
Okay, so what's next?
Billy, you wanted to disguise us?
I did. If we have to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to get close to the tree. So we got to be disguised as regular sized people.
You take half of me and put it on most of him?
Yeah, I guess I could create is it like I create a convincing illusion basically?
Yeah, and you just spend a point for it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll do that for Tuck and I.
So what does this look like? What do you look like?
I look like a tall teenage ginger boy.
Cute.
Do you make yourself look like an elf?
I do.
Okay.
But he's still got curly hair. And I'm so tall, but not too tall, just like tall.
Yeah.
Not like Conan O'Brien tall.
No.
Yeah, just like 5'10".
Yeah, which to me is like so
massive.
And then I made Tuck look basically the same, except his hair is longer.
Oh.
And he's got pointy ears.
So you made him your twin, but with long hair?
Yeah.
We look
really
the same.
funny.
And no beard, because I was like, hey.
So he's just got Tuck's weak little chin underneath.
I've got the weakest chin.
Yeah. But I don't tell Tuck that. It's just for me.
Yeah.
You gave me really long black hair.
Yeah. It's like blowing in the wind all elegantly.
It's like down to my feet. It looks so weird.
It's too long.
Can we do anything about this? No? Okay.
It's illusory? Fuck. Okay.
Fuck. Like, and I realized what's on the line, so I'm like, oh, I gotta make it less weird. So I do shorten it.
But just so it's down to his butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, big braids it for him. There you go.
Yeah.
To the bottom of the shoulders.
And Elman is just like, astonishing.
Tuck's looking in the mirror. He's like, I look like I was fucking homeschooled.
That's perfect. That's what I was going for.
Then I think you hear like against Elman's window, like dong, 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 dong.
What's that bonking?
It's my window. And he goes and opens the window, and
Tuck is standing behind it with the axe, ready to kill whoever's on the other side.
I'm behind Tuck. I'm so scared.
And flapping through the window is a bookworm. And that's where we're going to end it for this week. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long.
Playing Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Oh, man.
Playing Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
I want to read it.
And thank you to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music. You can find all of Aaron Reed's original music at aaronreed.bandcamp.com and all of the music that has been produced for the show at soundcloud.com. Thank you to all of our supporters around the world. Without hoops, this show would not be possible. If you would like to support the show and get access to a whack of bonus content, including a full campaign set in the High Spear Mall, which we have just started like book 2 of, check that out at patreon.com/spoutlore or spoutlore.com/money, please. And thank you most of all to all of you for listening. See you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures 3 who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
This season on Civilized, or Not, It's improvised, so you don't know.
Barty, please, no!
It has to be done for the good of the children.
Captain, is it Beatrix or Beatrice? I'm so confused.
I'll tell you who it is. It's your mother!
I have summited the mountain, and I declare this land for my own.
Barty, get down from the roof!
Every time.
I can't believe we made it into space, Beatrice!
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, Al. Wait, which version are you?
Which version are you?
So you're saying we've been on Earth the whole time?
Yeah, man, it's like just a simulation.
Actually, we've been dead the whole time.
Actually, this is Lost.
Actually, I'm lost.
We only have 5 seconds to defuse this bomb.
When you started saying that, or at the end of saying that?
Sound of explosion.
So join us on Civilized Season 5 for this stuff that might happen, but probably a lot of it won't. Regardless, we're back with your favorite characters doing zany things in space, and we couldn't be more pumped. We'll see you soon, listeners.
Civilized Season 5 begins May 31st, 2023. Tune in wherever you get your podcasts or visit civilizedpod.com.
That got weird.
Because usually they're pretty normal.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.